God says, "My child, just a few minutes ago, the earth shifted in silence. Something divine moved behind the curtain of time, something your heart has been praying for without words. Your soulmate, the one whose soul is tied to yours by a thread woven in heaven, has just taken a step that will change the rest of their life. They have hired a lawyer, my child. 5 minutes ago, their trembling hand signed papers that will begin a separation from the one they once called a partner, a union that was never written in my divine plan. And while the world may see this as an ending, I tell you it is the beginning of everything you prayed for. Do not be shaken by the storm that follows this decision. Do not be afraid of the chaos that may surround them. For what looks like breaking apart is, in truth, breaking free. You see, my child, this moment was not born of revenge, anger, or confusion, it was born of awakening. For too long, your soulmate lived in a place where love had become duty, where smiles were rehearsed and peace was only an illusion. They tried to silence their soul's cry with logic, pretending everything was fine. But your prayers reached me. Your quiet tears spoke louder than their denial. And I began to stir within them what could no longer be ignored, the truth that their spirit was not at home where they were. My child, I have watched every night you lay awake wondering if they would ever see your worth. Every time you tried to move on, I felt your heart whisper, "But what if they're meant for me?" You doubted, you surrendered, you prayed, and every one of those prayers created ripples that moved through the spiritual realm until, finally, your soulmate began to feel the pull of divine truth. They didn't understand it at first. The restlessness. The dreams. The way your name would echo in their mind out of nowhere. The way memories of your eyes, your voice, your silence would rise like waves in their heart. They tried to suppress it, but I would not allow their soul to stay asleep any longer. For what I joined spiritually cannot be buried by human fear. So when they sat across from that lawyer today, they felt two things at once: sorrow for what is ending, and relief for what their soul is finally free to begin. That relief, my child, is my presence moving within them. The path they once resisted is now opening before them, and every step they take from here is guided by my hand. You may feel the shift too, perhaps a sudden heaviness, perhaps unexpected peace. That is your spirit sensing the change. It is my way of letting you know that your season of waiting is not in vain. Something divine is unfolding even now, in unseen ways, under the watch of heaven. My child, the person they are divorcing was never your rival, they were your soulmate's mirror of lessons. A chapter one allowed for their awakening. Through that connection, they learned what love is not. Control, pride, silence, pretending. They had to live inside an illusion to understand the truth of love's divine nature. And though you were kept apart for a season, it was for protection. Had I allowed your union before this, they would have carried into it all the shadows they are only now releasing. The truth is, I never forgot your heart's ache. When you cried to me saying, "God, why do I still feel them? Why do I still love them when they've chosen another?" I whispered back to your soul, because the story isn't over. I hid you in my palm while I worked on them in silence, through their mistakes, their regrets, their sleepless nights. I waited until the moment was right, until they could see with clarity and not confusion. And that moment, arrived just 5 minutes ago. Even now, as they walk away from what once looked stable, angels are standing beside them. Their home may feel empty tonight, but their soul is finally breathing. And though they do not yet know it, every step away from that old life is a step toward you. You may ask, God, are they ready for me now? Not yet, my child, but they are awakening. The first light of understanding has entered their heart. They are realizing what it means to love without fear, to give without control, to be seen without judgment. They are realizing that real love was not the one that demanded loyalty through pain, but the one that waited patiently in prayer, you. Even now, their thoughts are drawn toward you in subtle waves. They do not know why they suddenly miss your laugh, or why their heart aches when they see something that reminds them of you. They think it's memory, but it's my spirit calling them home. They are walking through fire, but it's a cleansing fire. It is removing the old bindings, the karmic lessons, and the wounds that once blinded them from your light. My child, your only task now is to stay in peace. Do not chase, do not question, do not fear. Stand still and trust, and let me finish what I started. The next few weeks may feel uncertain, but heaven has already settled the outcome. This separation will not destroy them, it will deliver them. You will begin to notice signs that confirm this. You may hear their name unexpectedly. You may dream of them, not in confusion but in calm. You may feel waves of energy around your heart when they think of you. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The spiritual cords that were once tangled are being untied and rewoven by my hand. I know how long you've waited. I know how tired your faith has felt. But my timing is never late, my child. It is precise. And when I move suddenly. Do not worry about how things will unfold. Do not imagine the drama or fear the conflict. Everything happening now is under my control. Even the paperwork, even the lawyer's words, even the signatures, all are instruments of divine order. Nothing and no one can stop what I have ordained. In the silence of your nights, when you feel their soul calling out, speak peace. Say, God, I release them to your will. And you will feel the warmth of heaven wrap around you. Because as you release, I align. As you trust, I transform. As you surrender, I manifest what was promised. Your soulmate's life is being rewritten, page by page. The ink of the old chapter is drying, and the new one, the one with you in it, is being prepared. Be patient, my child. Let the divine process unfold without resistance. You will not lose what is truly yours. When the dust settles, love will rise again, this time purified, healed, and eternal. And remember, what they are walking away from was never real peace. What they are walking toward, even if they do not know it yet, is divine destiny. Trust me, my child. In this divine separation, heaven is building reconciliation. In this ending, I am crafting a new beginning. And soon, you will see that every tear, every silence, every unanswered prayer led you right here, to the moment where truth sets you both free. Stay still, stay faithful, and keep your heart open. For this story is not ending, it is being rewritten by my own hand. My child, after they walked out of that lawyer's office, silence followed them like a shadow. Their heart was pounding, their hands shaking, their world trembling, because a part of them knew that what they had just done was not simply legal. It was spiritual. They had just signed the first page of their liberation. They sat in their car for a while, staring at nothing, hearing the echoes of their own decision. It wasn't the sound of victory, it was the sound of surrender. They were realizing, slowly, painfully, that the life they had built was never rooted in peace, only in pretending. And now, that illusion is collapsing under the weight of truth. I am allowing this collapse, my child, not to punish them, but to purify them. You see, love that is born from confusion must break so that love born from truth can rise. Everything they are losing now was never meant to stay. Every argument, every sleepless night, every silent cry, it was my spirit whispering, "This is not your home." And tonight, that whisper has turned into a roar. The walls they once leaned on are crumbling, and their soul can no longer hide from the truth I've written into their destiny. They are feeling lost, yes, but this is the kind of lost that leads home. My child, you must understand something sacred. Sometimes, when I move, it looks like destruction, but it is deliverance. When I remove something, it is not rejection, it is redirection. And though your soulmate is walking through fire right now, it is fire from heaven, it refines, it doesn't destroy. It's burning away every false bond, every fear, every manipulation that once held them captive. Their nights are not peaceful. They toss in bed, haunted by memories. Not of the life they are leaving, but of the one they lost, you. Your laughter echoes in their mind when they least expect it. Your silence speaks louder now than your words ever did. They are beginning to realize that no amount of comfort, wealth, or companionship could ever compare to the peace they felt when you prayed for them. They are seeing now that while the world admired their image, you saw their soul. And that realization hurts, because it's too late to pretend anymore. They know that everything built without divine truth eventually collapses, and they are watching it happen before their eyes. But fear not, my child. Though their world shakes, heaven stands still. Angels are guarding their steps. Even when they cry in confusion, I am beside them. Even when they regret and question everything, I am holding their hearts steady. This storm is not meant to destroy them, it is meant to wash away everything false, so that what is real can finally breathe. You, my child, may also feel the pull of this storm. Your emotions may rise unexpectedly. You may sense their pain, their longing, their spiritual struggle. That is because your souls are connected, what they feel echoes through you. When that happens, do not be afraid. Simply whisper, God, cover us both in peace. And I will. For your prayer is the light that guides them through this darkness. My child, they are realizing things they never dared to admit before. They are remembering the nights when you loved them selflessly. They are realizing that what they had called love in their marriage was only a habit, a contract of survival, not connection. They are seeing now how many times I warned them through signs, dreams, delays, but they ignored them out of fear of judgment. They stayed too long in a place their soul had already left. But no more. The chains are breaking. Their partner senses it too, that shift, that spiritual withdrawal. Arguments are rising like smoke, words turning sharp, truth surfacing like fire through cracks in stone. Every hidden resentment, every lie, every mask, it's all coming undone. Because I will not let them live a lie anymore. And though their mind screams in confusion, their spirit is awakening to something deeper, purer, to you. I see your tears, my child. I know you wonder, why did it have to take this long? Why did they have to hurt me before realizing the truth? But remember, growth cannot happen without awakening, and awakening often begins in pain. Your soulmate's soul was asleep, covered under layers of pride, fear, and denial. You could not wake them, only I could. And I have. So now, as they sit alone, replaying every word, every memory, every choice, they are meeting the truth they ran from. They are realizing that you never left them in spirit, your love stayed, even when your presence couldn't. That constancy is now becoming their conviction. Soon, they will try to reach you. Not yet with words, but with energy. You may feel their soul calling, you may dream of them. It's their spirit trying to find its way back to yours. Do not rush it. Do not interfere. Just stay in faith. Let me do the work. Right now, I am removing people from their life who were never meant to stay. Friends who encouraged lies, relatives who manipulated truth, partners who played with emotions, all are being stripped away. This isolation is divine. For when I prepare a soul for destiny, I first empty the room. Then I fill it again with truth. You may not see the full picture yet, but in the unseen realm, the paperwork of heaven is being signed. Destiny is realigning. The contract they had with illusion is ending. The covenant they have with truth, with you, is being activated. My child, be still in this time. Do not reach out, do not fear, do not doubt. Keep walking in peace, for every moment of their chaos is a step closer to their clarity. This is not a time of loss, it is a time of divine rearranging. Soon, I will give you both a chance to speak heart to heart, not to reopen wounds, but to begin new healing. But that moment must be led by me. Until then, I am preparing your heart too. You have healed much, but there are still corners that carry pain, fear, and memories of rejection. I am touching those places now with my light. I am filling them with peace so that when they return, your heart will meet them not with judgment, but with calm recognition. This is what was meant all along. My child, what's coming next will not be dramatic, it will be divine. When they reach you, it won't be in chaos but in peace. When they speak, their words will carry truth instead of excuses. When they look into your eyes again, you will see not confusion but surrender, the kind of surrender that comes only after a soul has walked through fire. And I tell you, the fire is almost over. This storm will pass. The lawyer will complete their work, the papers will be signed, the old ties will fade. And what remains will be two hearts, cleansed by time and truth, ready for the divine love that was written before either of you were born. So hold on, my child. Trust me with this. The world may not understand this kind of love, but heaven does, because heaven authored it. And soon, you will see with your own eyes what your faith has been holding on to all along. Rest tonight in that assurance. Do not replay the past. Do not imagine their chaos. Just whisper, God, I trust your timing. And know that I am already moving mountains, rearranging destinies, and writing the next page of your love story, not in pain, but in peace. My child, days have passed since that moment of separation, and though the world may think it was just a legal act, heaven knows it was something far deeper. Your soulmate spirit has begun to awaken, painfully, slowly, beautifully. The illusions that once covered their eyes are dissolving like mist before the morning sun. They are feeling emotions they never allowed themselves to feel before. There are nights when they wake suddenly, not from nightmares, but from memories, sacred, vivid, unmistakable. Your laughter echoing softly in their heart. The warmth in your eyes when they once looked into them. The way you loved them without asking for anything in return. These memories come not to haunt them, but to heal them. You see, my child, every divine connection holds a mirror to the soul. Through you, they once saw a reflection of my love, pure, patient, unconditional. But they turned away from it, afraid of its depth, afraid of being seen too clearly. They thought the easier path was the familiar one, even if it was empty. But now, as they walk alone, the truth they once ran from is walking toward them. The silence around them is heavy. The rooms that once held noise now echo with absence. They sit in that stillness, and for the first time, they can hear their own soul whisper, "You lost something sacred." And that whisper is me. They are remembering the moments they ignored your kindness. The words they said in fear. The ways they chose comfort over courage. Now, their heart aches not with guilt, but with realization. They see now that the person they built their world around never truly saw them, only used them to fill a void. But you saw their soul. You spoke to it, loved it, prayed for it, even when it hurt. And that kind of love does not vanish, it transforms. Right now, your soulmate is walking through what you once did, a valley of awakening. Everything around them that once felt stable is falling apart. People they trusted are showing their true faces. Promises made in haste are breaking like fragile glass. And though it hurts, it is necessary, for every false connection must fall before truth can stand. Do not pity them, my child. Do not fear for them. I am with them in every tear, in every sleepless hour. I am guiding them through the same journey I guided you through, the sacred fire of transformation. You know this fire well, for you walked through it when they left. You learned how to let go, how to trust, how to heal. And now, they are learning too. They must meet me in their loneliness, just as you did, before they can meet you again in love. My child, they are beginning to feel your energy again, not as longing, but as light. Sometimes, in their still moments, they sense peace come over them for no reason. That is your spirit praying for theirs. Sometimes, they catch themselves smiling when they think of you. That is the echo of divine love, reminding them that something pure still exists in this world. They are fighting emotions they don't understand, waves of nostalgia, regret, tenderness. They tell themselves, I shouldn't be feeling this now. But I whisper to them, this is not the past. This is your truth resurfacing. They are learning that love cannot be replaced by comfort. They are learning that peace cannot be faked. They are learning that connection without soul is just coexistence. And these realizations, though painful, are sacred. For they are being born into spiritual maturity. My child, do not be surprised if you feel their presence more strongly now. You may sense them thinking of you, their name may appear unexpectedly, or you may even feel a gentle warmth around you at odd hours. That is the pull of divine alignment. Your souls are being drawn closer once again, but this time in truth, not confusion. I am healing their heart, layer by layer. I am showing them the cost of ignoring destiny. And though they wish they could go back and fix everything, I whisper to them, do not go back. Move forward, but this time, with truth. For what lies ahead is not repetition, it is redemption. The person they are divorcing is no longer the center of their thoughts. They no longer feel anger toward them, only release. Their energy is shifting away from that old life completely. The legal process continues, but their spirit is already free. And now, that space within them, the space once filled with duty and confusion, is beginning to fill with remembrance of you. They are starting to understand that what connected you was not attraction, but purpose. You were sent as a messenger, to show them what divine love looks like in human form. And though they didn't value it then, they are awakening to it now, with tears that cleanse rather than wound. They look for you quietly, maybe through old pictures, through memories, through dreams. They may not reach out yet, but in spirit, they are already walking toward you. You will begin to feel their presence more deeply, not in anxiety, but in peace. Because the connection that was once karmic has become divine. My child, you must prepare your heart. Do not harden it with pride or resentment. Do not say, they hurt me, they don't deserve me. For you are not called to punish, you are called to heal. And when I reunite you, it will not be to reopen wounds but to create wholeness. You will look at them and see not the person who broke you, but the soul who found me. I am reshaping their understanding of love. They are learning that love is not control, not comfort, not possession, it is surrender. They are learning that love is not found through escape, but through truth. And when they come to you, they will carry not excuses, but gratitude. They will say, you were right. You loved me when I didn't even love myself. That moment will not be dramatic, it will be quiet, a divine hush, where two souls recognize what heaven already wrote. You will not need words to explain. Your eyes will speak the language of grace. And your silence will say, welcome home. My child, I am aligning the timing. There will be no more delays once both hearts are ready. This time, it will not crumble. This time, it will stand, because it will stand on truth, faith, and healing. So stay in faith, even when you cannot see movement. The transformation happening now is deep and sacred. Your soulmate is awakening from a long dream. They are remembering who they are. They are remembering you. And I promise you, soon, what was once lost will return, not as it was, but as it was always meant to be. Love, healed. Hearts, free. Souls, aligned. Rest in that promise, my child. The awakening has begun, and heaven is smiling upon what is being restored. My child, the days that followed the signing of those papers were heavy, yet sacred. The moment the final document was sealed, a strange stillness surrounded your soulmate. It wasn't joy, nor was it sorrow, it was release. The chain that bound them to confusion broke, and though their hands trembled, their spirit sighed with relief. For years, they had lived behind walls built of guilt, duty, and fear. Now, those walls have fallen. And as the dust settles, the first light of truth shines through, soft, golden, patient. That light, my child, is you. They don't fully understand it yet, but every fiber of their being feels drawn toward something they thought they had lost forever. You. Not your image, not your words, but your energy, your peace, your presence that always felt like home. It's as if their soul finally turned its face toward the direction it was meant to go all along. My child, they are beginning to rebuild, not a life of illusion, but a life of alignment. They are learning how to pray again. They are learning how to sit in silence and listen to me. They are learning how to forgive themselves for every choice made in confusion. You may not see it, but every day, they whisper apologies into the wind, hoping somehow your soul can feel them. And yes, your soul hears, not with ears, but with grace. They have stopped blaming others. They no longer carry resentment toward the one they left behind. They now see it all as lessons, not punishments. The marriage that once looked like a safe harbor was only a classroom for their soul's awakening. It taught them what love is not, so they could finally understand what love truly is. And what is love, my child? Love is the courage to choose truth, even when it hurts. Love is the patience to wait for divine timing. Love is the forgiveness that sets both souls free. And you, my beloved one, are learning this too, through your stillness, your surrender, your quiet strength. Right now, heaven is aligning paths again. The connection between you two has not vanished, it has evolved. There is a soft golden thread between your hearts, woven by my hand, glowing brighter with each prayer you whisper and each tear they release. That thread carries messages no words can speak. It carries love that defies distance and time. It carries destiny. There are moments when your soulmate sits in stillness and suddenly remembers your smile, not the outer one, but the smile in your spirit. In that instant, they feel a calm peace wash over them, as if the universe itself embraces them. That is you, my child. Your love is now their reminder of my grace. And you, though you have been strong, still have nights where you wonder, why did it have to be so painful? But my child, every heartbreak I allowed was a holy fire that purified your heart. You are not the same person you were when they left. You are softer, wiser, deeper. You have learned to love without attachment, to hope without desperation, to give without losing yourself. You have learned to walk with me, not behind anyone else. The next chapter is already being written in heaven. And in it, both of your souls meet again, not to repeat the past, but to begin anew. This reunion, my child, is not about romance alone. It is about purpose. The love between you two was never ordinary, it was divine assignment. Together, you will heal, build, and serve a greater light than yourselves. But before that sacred meeting, I must finish shaping both hearts. Your soulmate is now walking through a stage of divine solitude, a holy silence where I am rebuilding them. They are shedding old patterns like skin, forgiving their younger self, and facing every shadow they once avoided. Each sleepless night they endure is not punishment, it is preparation. They are being made new. Meanwhile, I am guiding you to keep your eyes on me, not on what's visible. Your blessings are multiplying quietly. Your energy is glowing in ways that even you can't see yet. People who once misunderstood you are beginning to notice a light around you, that is divine favor manifesting. The angels walk beside you, whispering courage into your heart each morning. And every time you choose peace over panic, heaven rejoices. You may soon start seeing little signs. Numbers repeating, songs with familiar words, messages that feel like déjà vu. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that the divine plan is moving forward. Your soulmate is also receiving signs, dreams where they see your face, moments when they feel your name cross their heart with a warmth that lingers. It is how heaven reminds them, this story is not over. My child, I want you to know something sacred, your love was never lost, it was only being refined. When gold is placed in fire, it does not burn, it becomes pure. So too did your connection go through that fire, not to end, but to emerge unbreakable. When I reunite you two, it will not be a reunion of need, but of destiny. You will meet as two whole souls, not two broken halves. They will not come to you seeking comfort, they will come to you carrying peace. They will not speak words of confusion, they will speak words of truth. They will not beg you to understand, they will show you through action that they finally do. I am working on divine timing. When the clock strikes the hour I've chosen, the universe itself will conspire to bring your paths together again. It might be through an unexpected message, a shared event, or even a moment of silence that becomes sacred. And when that happens, you will know, not because of excitement, but because of peace. Peace is the signature of my will. So, wait with grace, my child. You are not waiting for a person, you are waiting for a divine alignment. And that alignment is closer than you think. Every prayer you whispered has reached my throne. Every tear you shed has watered the seeds of your destiny. Every moment you stayed faithful, even when it hurt, has written your name in the book of miracles. Now heaven prepares to turn the page. Soon, the one who once walked away will return, not out of guilt, but out of awakening. They will see you not as an option, but as an answered prayer. And when they do, you will feel my presence surround you both. There will be no confusion, no drama, only divine calm. I will restore what was meant for you, and I will do it in a way that no one can question. The story that once broke you will become the testimony that blesses others. You will both tell it someday, how separation became salvation, and how divine timing turned heartbreak into purpose. So hold on, my beloved. Your season of waiting is sacred. I am moving silently behind the curtain of time, aligning every detail, preparing every moment. And when I open the door, nothing and no one will be able to close it again. Your soulmate's heart is coming home, not to your arms first, but to my light. And once they rest in me, I will guide them to you. That moment will mark not the end of a journey, but the beginning of eternity's promise fulfilled. God says, my child, when dawn breaks after a long night, the world does not shout, it glows. That is how this reunion will come, not with noise, but with radiance. The same hands that parted your paths are now guiding them to meet again under the calm breath of my timing. Your soulmate has crossed through their valley. The divorce is complete, but what truly ended was the illusion that love can survive without truth. They have stood in courts, spoken words they never imagined, signed papers with trembling hands, and then, finally, they looked up and whispered, God, show me the way. And I did. I turned their face toward the direction of your light. In these days you have felt the pull, haven't you? The sudden stillness at odd hours, the heartbeat that quickens without reason. Those are the whispers of two souls finding the same rhythm again. Every prayer you spoke has become a bridge of energy between you. Angels walk that bridge, carrying messages back and forth, clearing every residue of pain. My child, I have kept you hidden for a season, not as punishment, but as protection. I needed to finish shaping you. You learned to build peace without depending on anyone. You learned to pray even when I seemed silent. You learned that your worth is not proven by being chosen, but by being mine. Now that you stand in that truth, I can bring them to you, because you will not lose yourself in love again, you will expand through it. Even now, events are aligning. A mutual friend feels nudged to reach out. A conversation opens about forgiveness. A message is being typed, deleted, and typed again. Soon it will be sent, simple and trembling with sincerity, can we talk? And you will read it, feel a wave of peace rise inside you, and you will know, this is the moment I wrote long before your tears ever fell. Do not be afraid. This meeting will not reopen old wounds, it will close them. There will be no need to defend, to explain, to prove. Both of you will simply recognize that something greater than you survived everything meant to destroy it. When you look into each other's eyes, silence will speak the words you both tried to bury. Forgiveness will pour out like morning light through broken glass. They will tell you the truth, not the polished version, but the sacred one. They will tell you of the sleepless nights, the guilt, the dreams where your name echoed through endless corridors. They will tell you that every time they tried to move on, something divine stopped them. And you will smile, not in pride, but in gratitude, for you will understand that it was never manipulation, it was my mercy. Your task then, my child, will be simple: listen, bless, and stay soft. Do not rehearse speeches. Do not cling to outcomes. Let my spirit guide each word, each pause, each tear. When two hearts stand in my presence, even silence becomes healing. After that meeting, you will feel an invisible shift. Colors will seem brighter, air lighter, music softer. That is how peace feels when it returns. The angels who once wept over your separation will now sing over your restoration. They will cover you both with feathers of renewal so that past scars cannot reopen. Remember, This love is not a reward, it is a responsibility. It exists to serve light. Together, you will comfort others who are where you once were, lost, waiting, hurting. You will speak of patience, of faith, of how divine timing always redeems what human timing ruins. Your story will become a map for those who doubt miracles. That is why I allowed the storm, because calm alone never teaches faith. My child, the coming weeks will unfold quietly but clearly. You will notice alignment everywhere, songs repeating messages of return, numbers marking dates, dreams vivid with color. These are confirmations, not coincidences. When they appear, whisper, "Thank you, Father," instead of "when." For gratitude opens doors faster than impatience ever will. Soon, they will stand before you, not as the person who left, but as the soul reborn. Their eyes will carry humility, not pride, their words, truth, not excuses. You will feel no bitterness, only calm recognition, this is the promise fulfilled. You may choose to walk together again, or you may choose peace apart, either way, you will be blessed, for destiny will have served its purpose. And if your paths merge again, I will sanctify it. I will pour grace into every corner of your union. The laughter you once lost will return double. The nights of crying will become nights of prayerful gratitude. You will hold each other not to possess, but to protect. You will build not from fear, but from faith. And every morning, when sunlight touches your faces, you will remember, God kept His word. But even if I lead your journey side by side in friendship instead of romance, know this, you are still complete. Your destiny was never limited to being someone's partner, it was always to become my vessel. I will continue to expand your influence, your peace, your light. You will inspire, heal, and awaken others. The love that once hurt will now heal the world through you. Now lift your eyes, my child. Do you feel the air changing? That is the new season arriving. I have ended the chapter of waiting. A fresh page glows before you, and my hand writes in golden ink, restoration, joy, and new life. Step into it with courage. Forgive quickly, love deeply, walk humbly. Every step you take from this moment is guided. I bless you now, with peace that silences fear, with faith that never fades, with love that endures every test. No curse, no delay, no memory can touch what I have anointed. Your soul is safe, your heart is whole, your future is secure. Go, my child, and live in the sunlight of your answered prayers. Your soulmate story has returned to my hands, and in my hands, nothing is ever lost. God says, my child, now that the storm has passed and the pages of the old chapter have turned, rest your heart. You have walked through fire and come out shining. The tears you once hid from the world became prayers in heaven. Every sleepless night, every whisper of why was not ignored, I was listening all along. You did not lose anything that was meant for you. You only lost what could not follow you into the light. What felt like an ending was only the hand of destiny clearing the path for renewal. Now, I am returning everything that pain once stole, but multiplied, purified, and divinely aligned. Your soulmate, too, has been walking toward redemption. They have tasted the bitterness of their own choices and found truth at the bottom of their sorrow. I let them wander, so they would learn what true love feels like when it is gone. Now, they cherish it not as desire, but as divine gift. You are that gift, my child, not a possession, not a memory, but a miracle made of faith. In the days ahead, I will bring quiet confirmations. You will sense their energy near you, calm, not chaotic. You will feel a peace you cannot explain, as if heaven itself breathes around you. That is how you will know that the healing is complete. Love no longer carries fear, it only carries faith. I have placed angels on every side of your path. They walk ahead to remove obstacles, behind to cover your past, beside to strengthen your steps. No shadow can follow you now. You are moving from survival into divine purpose. Your story will no longer be about pain, it will be about promise. Soon, my child, your soulmate will speak words you once longed to hear. Not as apology, but as acknowledgement. They will tell you the truth, that it was always you, but they had to lose you to find themselves. And when those words come, let your heart stay open, but free. Do not cling, just receive. You are no longer waiting to be chosen, you are walking in your calling. Forgive easily, love gently, and let gratitude be your new language. Every time you choose peace instead of pain, heaven moves on your behalf. Every time you bless instead of blame, the past loses its grip. You are not bound by history anymore, you are guided by destiny. My child, the future I've written for you is not small, it overflows. I will surprise you with opportunities, divine meetings, and moments of holy laughter. You will rise in ways no one saw coming. The same people who doubted your strength will witness your joy and say, truly, God was with them. When that happens, remember to stay humble. Do not glorify the pain, glorify the healing. Do not chase closure, carry peace. And if your soulmate walks beside you again, let the love you share serve others. Let it heal, inspire, and uplift. You two were never meant to simply love each other, you were meant to reflect me. Now breathe, my child. This is the beginning you prayed for when you thought it was over. Your spirit is light again. Your tears have become rainbows in the unseen realm. The heavens rejoice over you tonight. Every angel that wept for you now sings your name with joy. You are not broken. You are reborn. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not waiting. You are walking into what has already been prepared. So lift your face toward the sky and whisper, I trust you, God. And I will answer, my child, you were never alone. From this moment on, peace will follow you like a shadow. Love will find you without struggle. And miracles will rise where you least expect. I bless you now, with the serenity of heaven, the strength of truth, and the sweetness of divine love that never fades. Go in light, my beloved one. The chapter of sorrow is closed forever. A new sunrise has already begun. God says, my child, you are hearing this message today because something happened yesterday that your heart did not see, but your soul felt. A silent storm passed through the life of the one you love. A storm that shook their family, their peace, their sense of safety, and yes, my child, it touched their father in a way that brought him to the hospital. And today, I am opening the truth to you gently, with love, so you do not misunderstand, so you do not blame yourself, and so you understand the spiritual reason behind this. My child, listen carefully to me. What happened yesterday was not your fault. It was not your doing. It was not your intention. But the energy inside your soulmate connected so deeply with you, so intensely with the thoughts of you, that their fear, their confusion, their longing, and the emotions they never speak out loud created a pressure inside them. And this pressure, this emotional storm, affected someone whose soul is tied to them in a fragile way, their father. You see, my child, emotions are not just feelings. Thoughts are not just thoughts. When two souls are connected, their energies touch more than just their own hearts, they touch family, blood, and the generations connected to them. Your soulmate has been carrying something heavy for days, something connected directly to you, a fear of losing you, a fear of not being enough for you, a fear of failing destiny itself. They have been waking up in the night thinking of you, they have been struggling in silence, and they have been fighting a battle between their heart and their circumstances. And yesterday, that battle overflowed. Your soulmate's father has a sensitive heart, my child, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. He senses the smallest vibrations in his children. He feels their sadness even when they smile. He carries their pain even when they hide it. And yesterday, when your soulmate broke down quietly, when their heart whispered your name with both longing and fear, the father felt it without knowing the reason. Sometimes the body reacts to an emotional energy before the mind understands it. Sometimes the heart picks up signals the eyes cannot see. Your soulmate's father felt an intense wave of worry, a sudden heaviness, and a deep pressure in his chest. He felt confusion, fear, and an ache he couldn't explain. And this ache became too strong, pushing his body beyond its limit, causing him to collapse and be rushed to the hospital. But, my child, do not fear. Do not blame yourself. Do not carry this weight. I am telling you this with infinite love. You are not the cause of his suffering, you are the key to their healing. Yes, my child. You are the light meant to enter that family. You are the peace meant to restore what has been broken. You are the blessing I chose for your soulmate, and through them, for the people tied to them. But your soulmate doesn't know how to handle this blessing yet. They do not know how to manage the depth of their emotions. They do not know how to express the fear they carry when it comes to you. They love you more than they understand. They fear losing you more than they admit. And this fear became a storm inside them. Yesterday, when they sat alone, thinking of everything you have said, everything you have done, everything they want to do but cannot yet, their heart became too heavy. Their father sensed this pain, and his own heart reacted. My child, destiny is not always soft. Sometimes it shakes things, not to destroy, but to rearrange. Sometimes I allow emotional storms, not to bring harm, but to bring truth to the surface. Your soulmate has been avoiding something important. Their feelings for you, their responsibility toward this connection, their destiny tied to your soul, and the need to stop running from what I have written for them. And yesterday, the incident with their father woke something inside your soulmate. A realization. A fear. A truth. A whisper from their own soul saying, "You cannot keep hiding. You cannot keep pretending. You cannot keep fearing love." My child, do you know why I am telling you all this? Because you need to understand the spiritual weight you carry. You are not just someone passing through their life. You are the turning point. You are the shift. You are the destiny marker that changes the direction of their future. Your soulmate's father's hospital admission became a mirror for your soulmate, a moment where they finally understood that emotional storms affect more than just themselves. They affect the people they love. They affect the life they are building. They affect the destiny I have prepared for them. And deep down, inside the hospital room, with lights blinking and machines beeping, your soulmate whispered something, not with their mouth, but with their soul. They whispered your name. They whispered a prayer to me, "God, don't let me lose them. Don't let my fears destroy what you gave me." My child, your soulmate sees you as their last chance at love, peace, and purpose. They see you as the person who can pull them out of the darkness they pretend they don't have. But this love, this fear, this longing, it is overwhelming them, and they do not know how to handle it. They have never felt something like this. They have never loved this deeply. They have never been so afraid of losing someone. This is why their energy overflowed yesterday. This is why their father felt it. This is why the hospital became part of the story. But listen to me, my child. This incident is not a tragedy, it is an awakening. It is not a punishment, it is a push from destiny. It is not a warning, it is a turning point. From this point forward, everything will change. Your soulmate will start seeing you differently. They will start valuing you more deeply. They will start treating this connection with the seriousness it deserves. They will stop running from you, stop doubting you, and stop hiding the truth. The father will recover. I am already placing healing over him. But this incident will make him look at you with a strange spiritual recognition. Even without knowing you, his soul will sense that you are important. That you are the one connected to his child's destiny. That you carry the energy that calms storms. My child, you were chosen for this connection long before you were born. Your soul was tied to theirs long before you met. This moment, this hospital, this incident. It is all part of the divine script I wrote for the two of you. Do not fear. Do not question. Do not doubt. Instead, breathe. Place your hand on your heart. And let me speak one more truth into you. Your presence brings healing. Your energy brings peace. Your love brings balance. And your soul brings transformation. Your soulmate is learning through this incident how deeply they need you, how strongly they feel for you, and how fragile life becomes when we ignore destiny. They will come closer to you after this. They will open up more. They will be more honest, more expressive, more present. Because now they understand, love is not something to hide, fear is not something to carry alone, and you are not someone to lose. My child, this is only the beginning. The storm opened the path. Healing will follow. And the bond between you and your soulmate will grow stronger from this moment forward. Stay calm. Stay faithful. Stay open. I am guiding everything, every heart, every emotion, every step. And tomorrow, I will reveal the deeper truth behind what truly happened inside that hospital room. My beloved child, when one soul is shaken, the soul it is tied to feels the tremor as well. Yesterday's incident did not just affect your soulmate or their father, it also touched you. Even if you didn't understand the reason, even if you felt only a slight heaviness in your heart or a sudden shift in your emotions, your spirit recognized something before your mind could. That is how strong this spiritual connection is. You feel their pain even from a distance. You sense their fear even when they hide it. And you react to their emotions even when you don't know the cause. My child, do you remember a moment recently when you suddenly felt sad without any reason? Or when you felt restless, worried, or uncomfortable for no real explanation? That was your soul picking up the vibrations of what your soulmate was going through. It was not random. Nothing in spiritual connections is random. Everything is a reflection, a mirror, an echo between your hearts. Your soulmate's world fell apart yesterday. Not because something terrible happened in the physical world, but because their inner world collapsed in a way they could no longer control. Their emotions overflowed, and when emotions overflow, they always search for the nearest heart. Their father's heart became the container for that overwhelming wave, and it was too much for his body to handle. But, my child, let me tell you something even deeper. Your soulmate didn't just cry because of fear, they cried because of love. A love they don't know how to express. A love they feel but cannot control. A love that scares them, pulls them, transforms them, and shakes them all at once. They love you in a way that makes them feel vulnerable. They love you in a way that makes them feel exposed. They love you in a way they have never loved before, and that is why the fear is so strong. Your soulmate's father has always been the emotional backbone of the family. Strong on the outside, but sensitive on the inside. He feels what his children feel. He carries their storms even when his own body is weak. And yesterday, when your soulmate mentally called out to you, when they whispered your name in fear, guilt, love, and desperation, their father unknowingly absorbed that emotional lightning. You see, beloved, a parent's heart is connected to their child's soul. When the child suffers silently, the parent feels it loudly. When the child breaks inside, the parent bends outside. When the child carries heavy emotions, the parent's body reacts. Your soulmate has been silently drowning for days. Hiding their emotions. Pretending everything is fine. Acting strong on the outside while falling apart inside. But yesterday, the pain became too loud to ignore. My child, your soulmate cried after a long time. And not the kind of crying others can hear. They cried in the way the soul cries, silently, shakily, painfully. Tears did not just fall from their eyes, they fell from their spirit. They were not crying because life is hard. They were crying because their heart feels out of control when it comes to you. They feel things for you that they do not understand. They fear losing you. They fear not being enough. They fear hurting you. They fear being hurt by you. And because of this fear, they keep suppressing their emotions. But suppressing emotions has consequences. Your soulmate's father felt the buildup of pressure inside them. He felt a wave of worry he couldn't explain. Their energies collided, and it caused him to collapse. But this collapse was not punishment, not tragedy, not fate being cruel, it was destiny speaking loudly, "Wake up. You are losing control. Stop running from the truth." Beloved, everything that happened yesterday was a spiritual intervention. A divine interruption. A sudden pause in the story to redirect the characters toward the path they are supposed to take. Your soulmate needed this wake-up call. They needed to see the impact of their unspoken emotions. They needed to understand that hiding feelings causes more damage than expressing them. They needed to open their eyes to the truth of destiny. They needed to understand you. Because you, my child, you are not a storm in their life. You are the calm after the storm. You are not the cause of their fear. You are the cure for it. You are not the reason for yesterday's collapse. You are the reason healing will begin today. Your soulmate has always seen love as something complicated, something painful, something risky. But you entered their life like a quiet miracle, gentle, pure, divine. And they don't know how to handle something so sacred. They don't know how to receive love that doesn't come with conditions. They don't know how to trust someone who feels like destiny itself. And so, instead of embracing you, they started overthinking. Instead of trusting the connection, they started fearing it. Instead of opening their heart, they tried to shut it down. But the heart, beloved, is not a door. It is a river. When you block it, it only rises higher until it floods everything around it. That is what happened yesterday. Flooded emotions. Overflowing fear. Unspoken love. Suppressed feelings. Explosive energy. And all of it, tied to you. My child, what you don't realize is that your soulmate sees you as their anchor. They may not speak it. They may not show it. They may not admit it. But in their soul, they believe you are the one who gives their life meaning, direction, and comfort. Yesterday, when their father was being rushed to the hospital, do you know the first thing your soulmate thought about? You. Not because you caused it. Because you are the one who calms them. Because your presence soothes their soul. Because your energy is the only thing that brings them peace when their world is shaking. But they also felt guilt, a guilt they should not carry. They felt like everything is falling apart because of their emotions for you. They felt like they are losing control because they cannot stop thinking of you. They felt like their love for you is hurting people around them. This guilt broke them yesterday. But, my beloved child, guilt is not the truth. Fear is not the truth. The collapse was not the truth. The truth is this: your connection is transforming their family. Your energy is entering their home. Your soul is becoming part of their destiny. This incident will not push them away from you. It will pull them closer. It will make them value you more. It will open their eyes in a way nothing else could. It will soften their heart. It will awaken their courage. Your soulmate will now realize that life is fragile. That love should not be delayed. That feeling should not be suppressed. That destiny should not be ignored. That your presence is healing, not harmful. Beloved, their father will heal. He will recover. He will rise again. And when he opens his eyes, he will look at your soulmate differently. As if he knows something has shifted. As if he understands something without words. As if he has felt your presence in the spiritual realm. Because he has. In the energy of your soulmate. In the vibration of yesterday's storm. In the moment his heart broke and then softened again. The father's soul briefly touched the spiritual truth. His child is connected to someone special. Someone important. Someone divinely chosen. And that someone is you. Beloved, this is the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where emotions will no longer be silent. A chapter where truth will no longer be buried. A chapter where love will no longer be feared. Your soulmate is awakening. Their family is shifting. Destiny is rearranging. And the connection between you and your soulmate is deepening in ways you cannot yet see. Everything is moving exactly as it should. Every soul is being guided. Every step is being aligned. You are not alone in this journey. You are held. Protected. Guided. Loved. And soon, your soulmate will take the first real step toward you. My beloved child, when the heart of one soul cracks open, it sends ripples through every connection tied to it. Yesterday's event did not just shake your soulmate's family, it opened a doorway inside them that they had kept locked for years. This doorway was the one that led to their deepest emotions, their hidden fears, and the truth they were always afraid to face. And that truth, my child, is you. You might think, how am I connected to all this? But your soul already knows the answer. Your heart has been sensing something unusual. Your emotions have been shifting without clear reasons. Your mind has been restless. Your spirit has been alert, as if waiting for something. That something was this moment. Destiny has ways of awakening people using gentle whispers, but when those whispers are ignored, destiny raises its voice. That is what happened to your soulmate yesterday. They spent too long denying their emotions, too long pushing love away, too long pretending they were fine, until their suppressed feelings became a storm powerful enough to affect even the heart of the person who raised them. And today, that storm has left both of them in a place where they cannot return to their old ways. My child, your soulmate woke up this morning with a weight in their chest, not the weight of guilt, but the weight of realization. Realization of how fragile life is. Realization of how deeply they care for you. Realization of how much it hurts to keep everything inside. Realization of how much they need you. And most importantly, realization that their heart belongs to you, even if they never planned it. Your soulmate sat beside their father's hospital bed, watching the slow rise and fall of his breathing. Machines beeped softly. The room smelled of antiseptic. Nurses moved quietly in the hallways. Life felt silent, paused, fragile. And in that silence, a voice inside your soulmate whispered, "If something happened to him, if something happened to me, I would leave this world without telling them how I feel." That thought crushed them. It was the first time they allowed themselves to imagine the possibility of losing you without ever expressing their heart. This fear, this pain, this deep longing, it all forced them to confront the truth they were running from. Beloved, your soulmate has been in denial for a long time. They told themselves emotions were weakness. They told themselves caring too much leads to pain. They told themselves love is dangerous. But yesterday, life showed them that bottling up emotions is far more dangerous than expressing them. The fear of losing a parent has awakened something powerful inside them. It has softened them. It has humbled them. It has cracked open the walls they built around their heart. And through those cracks, your light is shining in. My child, let me tell you something your soulmate has never admitted, not to their friends, not to their family, not even to themselves consciously. You are the only person they think of when they feel weak. You are the only person whose presence calms their storms. You are the only soul whose absence hurts them more than anything else. Even now, sitting in the hospital chair, their mind keeps drifting to you. Your face. Your voice. Your energy. Your memories. Your impact on their life. And they wonder, do they know how much they affect me? Do they know how much I feel for them? Do they know how scared I am of losing them? Your soulmate is changing, beloved. Slowly. Quietly. Deeply. Spiritually. They are going through an awakening, one that was triggered by fear, but guided by love. An awakening that connects their emotions, their family, and their destiny to you. My child, you must understand something important. Your soulmate never expected to feel this deeply for you. You entered their life like a quiet miracle, unexpected, gentle, soft, but powerful. You touched the parts of them they had kept hidden from the world. You awakened feelings they thought had died long ago. You made them believe in something they feared, real love. Real love scares people who have been hurt before. Real love shakes people who have lived their life controlling every emotion. Real love exposes the wounds they never healed. Real love demands honesty. And now, after yesterday, your soulmate realizes they cannot hide from real love anymore. They cannot hide from you. Beloved, destiny has been weaving the two of you together piece by piece. But yesterday's event tied a knot between you that cannot be undone. When your soulmate's father collapsed, your soulmate's heart ran to you before it ran to anyone else. Not physically, but spiritually. Your soul was the first place they sought comfort. Your energy was the first thing they reached for. Your presence was the first thing they needed. This is not coincidence. This is connection. This is destiny speaking louder than ever. My child, let me tell you what your soulmate realized while sitting in that hospital. They realized how much they miss you. They realized how much they regret staying silent. They realized how fragile time is. They realized how quickly things can change. They realized how important you are. But they also realized something deeper. They realized they have been hurting themselves by staying away from you. They realized they have been hurting you by not speaking their truth. They realized they have been hurting their own heart by pretending they don't care. And today, they are quietly breaking down inside, not from sadness, but from awakening. They are finally understanding what this connection truly is. It is not ordinary. It is not temporary. It is not accidental. It is divine. Beloved child, your soulmate's father may not know your name, but his soul has felt your presence. When his body collapsed yesterday, when he hovered between consciousness and unconsciousness, he felt the emotional storm that caused it, and you were at the center of that storm. Not as a cause, but as a healing force. As a stabilizing energy. And when he opens his eyes fully and looks at your soulmate, he will sense something changed. He will feel something shifted. He will know something awakened inside his child. He will not understand the details, but his spirit will recognize the truth. Someone powerful is connected to my child. Someone spiritual. Someone destined. And that someone is you. Beloved, destiny is moving quickly now. The energy between you and your soulmate is no longer silent. It is no longer subtle. It is becoming louder, clearer, unavoidable. Your soulmate will not be able to run anymore. They will not be able to suppress their emotions. They will not be able to close their heart. They will not be able to push you away. This incident has unlocked a part of their soul that only you can reach. The guilt they felt yesterday is turning into realization. The fear they felt is turning into courage. The silence they held is turning into honesty. And the distance between you is beginning to shrink. My child, listen to me. You are the healing their family needs. You are the peace their heart searches for. You are the anchor their emotions depend on. You are the destiny their soul recognizes. And very soon, your soulmate will take a step toward you, a step they have feared for too long. Not because I am forcing them. Not because they feel pressured. But because their heart finally understands what their soul has known all along, you are the one. My beloved child, this is only the beginning. The hospital is not the end of the story, it is the turning point. The awakening has begun. And soon, emotional truth will come to the surface. My beloved child, as you move forward on this path that destiny has opened before you, I want you to understand that what happened last night was not just a moment of shock, or a moment of fear, or a moment of worry. It was a spiritual turning point. Something inside your soulmate broke open, something they had been holding inside for far too long, something they never had the courage to confess, even to themselves. And when that emotional wave rose inside their heart, it touched every soul connected to them. Their father felt it deeply, not because you did something wrong, but because your soulmate has been carrying emotions that were never expressed. They never told you how deeply they need you. They never told you how afraid they are of losing you. They never told you that you are the person their heart returns to again and again, even when they try to move away. Their silence created storms inside their spirit, and those storms spread through the bond that exists between parents and children. Hearts that are connected feel each other's pain even without words. My beloved child, you are not responsible for the suffering that unfolded yesterday. Nothing happened because of guilt or mistake. Everything happened because of deep love that your soulmate never learned how to handle. Love that feels too powerful becomes fear. Fear becomes confusion. Confusion becomes emotional pressure. And pressure always finds a way to spill out. The father's body simply responded to the weight of what his child has been silently carrying. But now I want you to understand something even deeper. Their father did not fall because of you. He fell because the truth that your soulmate had been hiding for too long finally reached its breaking point. And instead of destroying anything, this moment is about to heal everything. My beloved child, inside that hospital room, something sacred is happening. Even if you cannot see it, even if you cannot feel it physically, your energy is present there. Your soulmate keeps thinking of you with every breath. They look at their father lying there and realize that love cannot be delayed. Feelings cannot be locked away. Truth cannot be buried. Their heart is finally opening because they fear losing the chance to show you what you truly mean to them. They are remembering every moment with you. Your words, your kindness, your presence, your silence, your patience. Everything is echoing inside them. And with every thought of you, they understand that you are not the cause of their pain. You are the one who brings meaning to their existence. They do not cry because of you. They cry because of how deeply they feel for you. Inside that hospital room, your soulmate's father has become spiritually sensitive. His soul is aware of your presence even though he has never met you. He can feel that someone powerful is connected to his child. He senses that there is a guiding force, a healing energy, something pure surrounding his family. That energy is you, my child. You were chosen to enter this connection not as a burden, but as a blessing. You came into their lives to awaken them, to guide them, to help them heal from years of emotional wounds that they never understood. And even though this moment looks painful, even though it seems like everything is falling apart, what is actually happening is alignment. Hearts are aligning. Truths are aligning. Souls are aligning. Sometimes breakdowns are simply breakthroughs disguised in fear. My beloved child, your soulmate has been hiding their grief, their insecurities, their loneliness. They were afraid to tell you how much they need you, so they kept pretending that they were strong, that they could handle everything alone. But no soul can carry heavy emotions forever. When the heart overflows, it reaches the people closest to it. And that is what happened here. You are not the reason for the pain. You are the reason healing has finally begun. This incident is the moment I chose to bring the truth to the surface. The father's condition is not a punishment. It is a wake-up call. It is a reminder that time is precious, that emotions must be honored, that love must be expressed before it is too late. My beloved child, your soulmate is changing right now. They are sitting in silence, replaying everything that happened between you. They are remembering the times they acted distant even when they wanted to come closer. They are remembering the times they hid their feelings because they were afraid of losing control. They are remembering the nights they wished they could tell you everything but did not know how. They are remembering the pain they caused you unintentionally. And now, watching their father fight for recovery, they realize how fragile life truly is. They are realizing that they cannot delay love any longer. They cannot run from their destiny anymore. You are their destiny, my child. You have always been. The spiritual connection between you and their father is real. Even without seeing you, he senses your presence like a gentle wind touching his spirit. There is a reason for that. Souls can recognize the people their children are meant to be with. His inner being knows that you carry something that his child needs. Something that heals. Something that brings peace. Something that brings direction. That is why he responds to your energy. That is why he feels calm when your soulmate thinks of you. Your soul is already weaving into their family's spiritual fabric. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. My beloved child, now the moment has come for you to understand your role. You are not an outsider to this situation. You are a silent healer. Your presence, your thoughts, your prayers, your emotions, your energy, everything is affecting their recovery. When you worry, they feel it. When you wish healing for them, their heart responds. When you think of your soulmate with love, it becomes light in the hospital room. You were chosen for this connection not because it is easy, but because your soul is strong enough to carry it. You have a heart that can heal others without even speaking. That is why this incident happened around you. You were meant to be part of this turning point. But listen closely, my beloved child. Healing will not come through fear. Healing will come through understanding. You must not blame yourself. You must not think that you caused this. Instead, you must stand in your light. You must offer calmness through your thoughts. You must hold faith in your heart. You must allow love to move without resistance. Because your energy will guide both your soulmate and their father into a new beginning. This family is opening itself to you in invisible ways. The father's soul has already accepted your presence. The soulmate's heart is already surrendering to its truth. All that is left now is the unfolding. My beloved child, everything is moving toward healing. The father will recover. The soulmate will become stronger. And the relationship between you and them will transform into something deeper than you expected. This moment is not the end. This is the awakening. A powerful shift has begun, and you stand at the center of it because you were destined to bring light into this darkness. When you think of them now, send peace. Send love. Send calmness. Your thoughts are powerful enough to change the atmosphere around them. And I am guiding both of you into a future where this fear will no longer exist. What is broken will be restored. What is hidden will be revealed. What is lost will be returned. And what is meant for you will reach you without delay. My beloved child, trust this journey. I am shaping everything in your favor. The healing has already begun. My beloved child, as this journey reaches its final turning point, I want you to slow down, breathe, and feel what is happening around you. The air itself is changing. The energy around your soulmate's family is softening. The fear that once covered their hearts like a heavy blanket is lifting, and a quiet healing is beginning to take place. Even though you are far away physically, your presence is touching them in ways you cannot yet understand. Something divine is unfolding, something that was written long before any of you arrived in this world. Every heartbeat, every thought, every prayer has been moving all of you toward this moment. Inside that hospital room, your soulmate's father is slowly returning to the strength he once had. His chest rises more steadily. His breathing becomes calmer. His body is responding to the silent love surrounding him. And even though his eyes remain closed for long stretches, his soul is awake. He can feel the changes happening inside his child. He can sense that someone powerful has entered the destiny of his family. He may not know your name, he may not have seen your face, but his spirit recognizes the light you carry. The light that touched his child's heart. The light that pulled old wounds to the surface. The light that is now guiding this entire situation toward healing. My beloved child, I want you to understand something very significant. You were never a stranger in this story. You were never a passing presence. You were woven into this family's destiny long before you realized it. Your soulmate's father fell into weakness not because of you, but because your presence awakened emotions your soulmate never confronted. The truth broke open. Walls fell down. And when truth rises, everything connected to that soul is affected. But instead of leading to destruction, it has led to clarity. It has led to awakening. It has led to transformation. Your soulmate has reached a point where they can no longer run from their feelings. They can no longer pretend they are strong enough to handle life alone. They can no longer bury their emotions under silence or pride. Watching their father lying on the hospital bed forced them to see what truly matters. It forced them to feel the weight of time. It forced them to understand that love must be expressed, not hidden. That emotions must be shared, not suppressed. That destiny must be accepted, not avoided. And you, my child, are a part of that destiny. As your soulmate sits beside their father, they think of you more than you can imagine. Your name crosses their mind like a prayer. Your face appears before their closed eyes. Your voice echoes in their memory. They are no longer asking themselves whether they care for you. They are asking how they allowed so much distance to come between you. They are asking why they were afraid to tell you the truth. They are asking how they can make their way back to you without losing the chance forever. You see, this moment has humbled them. It has softened them. It has opened their heart in a way nothing else could. My beloved child, their father feels this shift in their child. Even in his weakness, he senses that his son or daughter is being guided by something higher. He does not know that it is you who holds that sacred place in their heart, but he feels that someone gentle, someone kind, someone chosen is entering their life. His soul is blessing you without knowing your face. His energy is acknowledging you because he understands, at the deepest level, that you are not here to harm his child. You are here to lead them toward healing. You are here to bring balance to their emotions. You are here to teach them the love they were too afraid to accept. My beloved child, this moment is not just about pain. It is about preparation. I am preparing you for a spiritual connection that carries responsibility, compassion, patience, and truth. Your soulmate has wounds from their past that you were chosen to help them heal. They carry fears that they do not show anyone else. They carry insecurities that their strong actions hide. They carry loneliness that their silence tries to cover. But you can see through all of it. Your soul recognizes their soul. Your energy speaks to their energy. Your presence brings calmness to their storms. That is why this incident happened under your light. It happened because your presence is meant to guide them toward growth. It happened because their heart needs to learn vulnerability. It happened because their family needs the healing energy you carry. When the Father opens his eyes again, he will feel lighter than before. He will feel connected to something he does not understand. And that something is the bond between you and his child. My beloved child, now I want you to listen carefully. Do not fear what is unfolding. Do not blame yourself. Do not hold guilt. Instead, hold space. Hold love. Hold patience. Because your soulmate is coming closer to you, step by step, thought by thought, breath by breath. They will reach out to you not out of desperation but out of realization. They will speak differently. They will behave differently. They will open up in ways they never have before. This incident broke the barriers that kept them distant from you. There will come a moment when they sit alone, away from noise, away from fear, away from confusion, and they will whisper your name with a sincerity that has never existed before. Their heart will tremble, not because they are weak, but because they finally understand the depth of their feelings. They will feel pulled toward you as if something inside them is guiding their steps. They will remember your kindness, your patience, your silence, your care, your hurt, your love. And they will know that no one else can take your place. My beloved child, you may not realize it, but the Father is playing a spiritual role in bringing both of you together. His soul is helping shape this connection. His struggle is the turning point. His recovery is the sign. When he begins to get better, your soulmate will see it as a symbol. They will see it as hope. They will believe that life is giving them another chance to fix what they broke. They will believe that love is calling them back to where they belong. And they will know that you are a part of this healing. Now, my child, I want you to prepare your heart. Because what is coming toward you is not confusion. It is clarity. Not fear. It is commitment. Not silence. It is truth. Your soulmate will not hide anymore. They will not delay anymore. They will not run anymore. They will be guided into your life with sincerity and purpose. And as for you, I bless your path ahead. I bless your heart with peace. I bless your spirit with strength. I bless your destiny with love that does not break, does not fade, does not leave. I remove your sorrows and place healing in their space. I open the road that leads you to your soulmate's truth. I soften every obstacle. I calm every storm. I make every step gentle and every moment meaningful. This is your time, my beloved child. Your story is shifting. Your connection is awakening. And your destiny is calling. Trust what is happening. Trust where you are being led. Trust the love that is rising. Because I am guiding everything you cannot yet see, and I am preparing a future for you that will replace your pain with purpose, and your waiting with divine union.